So this morning we continue our presentation on loving your liver. We trust and hope that you have been blessed by the presentations we have made so far. And we pray by God's grace that as we continue to develop and grow, you will be blessed by all that we have to share. Now, one of the things we have shared so far is the importance of taking care of your liver. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I have said it before and I will say it again. I believe that this is one of the best or most amazing organs, and there is none more amazing than the other. But I just want to know the importance of this liver that you have within you. And it is a tremendous blessing. It is a tremendous blessing. It is a gift from God, and we ought to take the very best care of it. Now, we talked about diseases relating to the liver and conditions that impact the health of your liver. And we want to this morning continue to look at that very important subject matter. Now, fundamental to our discussion this morning is that we teach from three perspectives. We teach from the Bible, which is our source book of faith. We believe that the Bible is our rule of faith and practice. We believe it is the word of God. It is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. We also teach from inspiration, and we believe that God has spoken through his prophets. We believe in a very special way that he has spoken through the prophetess Ellen White as it regards health, healing, and restoration, especially in these times. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it without fear or favor. God has used this woman in a mighty and powerful way to share messages of hope, messages of healing, messages of restoration. And if you've never read her writings, I would encourage you to do so. Of course, the Bible is the inspired word of God, and he has given instructions through his prophet and prophetess in this context. We believe in good science, and that's good science which supports the Bible, because the truth is there is false science out there, and false science is destructive, and we see how many individuals are dying around us because of false science, and they never seem to agree. And so, in a very special way, we want individuals to understand that we are promoters of good science. We want to make it very clear that this presentation is not intended to treat or diagnose any condition. Before following any advice in this presentation, consult your doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 10:31, you can say it with me out there, whether therefore you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. This body is a body by God. This body is a body built for his glory, for his honor. And this body is a body built to really showcase the goodness of God and his love for humanity and his care for you and I. So whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, all glory must go to God. You do it all to the glory of God. So if something is not going to bring the greatest glory to God, you need to avoid and shun it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we spoke in the last presentation about, the different conditions of the liver, how to recognize that there is a problem with your liver, and how to really access tests and what to ask for when you are in a conversation with your doctor, so you can be educated and aware. And this morning, I want to give you some dietary suggestions, how we can really help our liver. Number one, helping your liver is crucial because, of course, we know this is a powerful organ. We know what it is with the synthesizing of protein, building of protein, cholesterol, all those things are instrumental and are impacted by your liver. Created, for example, cholesterol is made there in your liver. Now, foods high in potassium tends to do very well for your liver. We're talking about your rice, your banana, your blackstrap molasses, And of course, individuals who are diabetic, you want to make sure before you utilize these things, you consult, of course, as we said, everything, you consult with your physician. Blackstrap molasses, very good. Your wheat bran, things like almonds, your seeds, your kelp, and your dulse, and prunes and raisins are very, very healthy and helpful for the liver. You want to increase your water intake. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that water is so important for the overall health and well-being of the liver. I want you to realize that it helps to flush. Of course, you know the importance of water in overall health. It helps to really flush your system in. It helps with overall well-being. It's very healing, very therapeutic. You also want to increase your raw food intake. And by now, I am hoping that many of us, we are consisting on even a 50% raw, 75% raw, depending on your situation. And when I mean raw, I mean you're taking in foods that you can consume in their natural form. Your vegetables, your fruits, your, prepared with as little cooking as possible, or little or no cooking, because some things need a little steaming, as the case may be, but you need right now to be doing at least a 70, 75, 25. It's powerful. Have your vegetables, have your fruits. Most of what you're doing right now is raw, because that's how your body was created. Can you imagine in the Garden of Eden, where there was no sin and the perfect diet? Adam and Eve, they consisted on a raw food diet. What were they cooking in Eden? There was no stove there. So you want to utilize your raw foods, your cauliflower, your broccolis, your tomatoes, your avocado, your bell peppers. All those are considered raw foods, and foods that you do not necessarily need to cook in order for consumption. You want to drink fresh vegetable juice, especially carrots. Carrots are very, very healing towards the liver, and the fresh organic carrot juice, you can make that at your home. It's very, very helpful for your overall well-being. Another key thing that you will hear over and over is vitamin K. And 140 microgram is vital to prevent liver cirrhosis. Vitamin K is also instrumental. It's called the clotting factor vitamin. Very instrumental. Many individuals, become deficient in it because they really don't know, but it is found there in your foods. Very, very nutritious, very, very healthy and wholesome for you. And we encourage individuals to make sure they are having enough vitamin K. Lemons, ladies and gentlemen, lemons and your liver are sweethearts, if you please. Lemons are very healing. They cleanse the liver, and they are very wholesome and healthy. Natural organic lemon. I'm not talking about, some bottled lemon. I'm talking about getting your organic lemon and squeezing that lemon, making your own lemon juice, utilizing it. As a matter of fact, we encourage individuals, when you rise in the morning, as best as possible, you can utilize for your benefit two cups of warm water with lemons in it. You can use a lemon, 2 lemons, depending on how much you consume in the morning, and you can use a straw to drink that, or you can just drink that. And it's very healing. It cleans the digestive tract. It prepares it for digestion. It does wonders for your liver, and you want to take care of your liver. Coenzyme Q10. You hear individuals talk about CoQ10 and the great benefits of it. Very, very helpful for your overall well-being and health. And we want to encourage individuals, because CoQ10 is vital, vital. What it does really is that it helps to supply oxygen. It helps to supply oxygen to your liver. And so it is really helpful for the overall health and well-being of the liver. There are many individuals who are struggling with fatty liver. We talk about the fatty liver situation and how detrimental, how dangerous that can be to optimum health. And I want to suggest at this juncture that lecithin granules, ladies and gentlemen, helps to really dissolve those fats that are found in your liver. We are talking about it helps to prevent that buildup, and it helps with the dissolving. Dandelion. Now, a lot of individuals don't realize the power and the healing virtue of dandelion. Now, dandelion is one of those things that you need to have because it is excellent if you're dealing with any liver-related condition. You want to utilize your dandelion. And I want to share something that I have here. I did a little research looking at dandelion for the liver. And I want to share that with you real briefly so you can understand. In the next slide, you can understand a little bit more. Your beets, your apples, they are very, very, very important and very healing towards the liver. Celery is very good for your liver. Very healing, brings nutritive values and properties, cleans and makes the liver really in tip-top shape. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that God has made our liver for a purpose, and that's why we want to love our liver, because it is such a vital organ, so intricate. When you look at the functions of the liver, you realize that, this is a real blessing from God. And you want to take the very best care of that liver. So we're going to talk about dandelion. This is what your dandelion looks like. If you have never seen it, hopefully many of you can see. But if not, it has that pretty, golden flower, yellow petals, and it has that really rich green leaf. And they grow all about us. Very, very popular, very much there in nature, and can be of great benefit. It's a real blessing. As you can see, it's from the family of the flowering plants. You can also realize something else about dandelion. It grows in many parts of the world, and many of you are familiar with it. As you see it, you're like, oh, I know that. That's what they call dandelion. Okay, I've seen that before. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been used for centuries. It has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. It has been used to reverse a wide variety of medical problems. Now, one of the things I want to share with you from my research is that there are 13 powerful benefits of dandelion. And I'm going to tell you more about it and the benefits for your liver. Number one, let's talk about the nutritive value of dandelion. The dandelion patch in your backyard, yes, that dandelion patch that you say, oh, I want to get rid of this, is destroying the lawn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is one of the top ranking if you please, plant that can join your in your vegetable garden. From the root to the flower, dandelion is loaded with blessings. As I would say, it's highly nutritious. It is loaded with vitamins. Of course, you see those yellow leaves, you see it gets the sunlight, it responds to the sunlight. Those are some telltale signs. Loaded with your vitamins, your minerals, high in fiber, and the dandelion greens, the green part of the dandelion, yes, it can be eaten, it can be cooked, or it can be eaten raw. So when many of us are running away, and we'll have to leave our homes, as the case may be, ladies and gentlemen, you have to learn how to survive in nature. And here is one plant, one vegetable, if you please, one plant that will be a source of food. Dandelion, ladies and gentlemen, can be eaten raw. It can be eaten as a vegetable. It is very, very high in your vitamins, and it can be eaten cooked. If you want to steam it, just like how you steam callaloo, it can be done, or your spinach or whatever. However you do it, it has vitamin A, it has C, it has K, which is crucial for the health of your liver. And ladies and gentlemen, it has vitamin E, it has folate in it. There is a small amount of the B vitamin, other B vitamins in it. What's powerful about dandelion, ladies and gentlemen, is that it has a substantial amount of several different minerals, really including iron and calcium. Dandelion also has magnesium and potassium, and potassium is excellent for optimal health. And that's why you would eat your rice and your banana and all those wheat germ, because they have potassium. Dandelion is very, very good, rich with all of that. Let's talk about the root. I remember growing up in Jamaica, my mom, we had a lot of dandelion, and my mom would pull that thing and she would use it to make a steam it, and she'd use it to make tea, and the root of it, ladies and gentlemen, she would dry it and she would utilize it to make tea and concoctions. And I did not know as a child growing up how powerful, until later I started to study these things and realize, wow, this dandelion thing is no joke. It's really healing, very therapeutic, and a tremendous blessing. Now, the root, as you know, it's dried and it is consumed as a tea, but it can be also eaten in its whole form. Now, it is rich in your carbohydrate and a substance called inulin. Now, inulin mimics the form of insulin in your body. So, hello, diabetics out there. This can be utilized, if utilized properly, can be of great benefit and blessing to many who are struggling with, yes, diabetes, because of the inulin that exists in dandelion. It's a type of soluble fiber also that is found in the plant. It supports really the growth and the maintenance, if you please, of healthy bacterial flora in your microbiome, in your gut, your intestinal tract. So dandelion is what I would say my kind of superfood. You know what I'm talking about? Really rich, really healing. And as we talk about, ladies and gentlemen, dandelion, something else that apart from the nutritive value, I want to bring to your attention that it contains some potent antioxidants. Now, dandelion is full of these antioxidants, which really may explain to many why this plant has become so popular and has been utilized. I've utilized it in therapy. I've utilized it in my home. I've used it for tea. I've used different purposes, and very, very healing towards individuals. What happens is that your antioxidants, ladies and gentlemen, are those molecules that helps to really neutralize, if you please, or prevent the negative effects of free radicals in your body. And you've heard me talking about free radicals, that free radicals are really the product of normal metabolism. So basically, when you break down the food that you eat, ladies and gentlemen, it produces these free radicals, and they can be really destructive to your system. And when you have the presence of too much free radicals, or too many free radicals for that matter, in your system, what it does, it contributes to what? Disease development. And it also helps in the acceleration of aging. You get older faster, you gray faster, all these factors, free radical damage. And so it's very important that you keep your body healthy and there is not an overproduction of free radical. Now, dandelion, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, dandelion contains high levels of antioxidants. And what these antioxidants do, especially antioxidants such as beta carotene, which is really known to provide strong what? It really provides strong cellular health. It also provides protection against aging, very, very important. It also helps to prevent oxidative stress. So we're talking about the power of dandelion. It's also rich in another category of antioxidants called polyphenols. Now, ladies and gentlemen, polyphenols are really found in their highest concentration in flowers, but they are present in the root of the dandelion and the stems as well. So you want to know that dandelion is a rich source of beta carotene and polyphenic compounds, both of which, ladies and gentlemen, are critical for optimal health, and also it has strong antioxidant capabilities. Now, another big thing I want to help you with this morning, as I talk about the benefits of dandelion and the liver, you want to know that dandelion it also helps to fight inflammation. And it really is very effective in that the reduction of inflammation. You know, every disease starts at that point. Inflammation is where it begins. So when you have the inflammation of your joints, they call it arthritis. So you kind of get, anytime there is an inflammation, you know it's an itis. You know that there is, you know, a cystitis. You name it. You name all those itis, and you realize that the genesis of it is inflammation, ladies and gentlemen. Inflammation is good, as we talk about in previous lectures. Inflammation can be bad because it is one of your body's really natural response to injury or any form of illness. For example, if a wasp should bite, or you should be stung by a bee or stuff, ladies and gentlemen, inflammation is really what helps you in that situation, because what? It sends those white blood cells right to the site and it begins to swell. So remember, in previous presentations, we talk about three very critical aspects. You have the pallor, the color, the color, or I'm giving you the Latin pallor, color, and dolor. So you're talking about the swelling. You're talking about also the redness. You will see the area become really red, and you're talking also about the heat. And so you'll realize sometimes when you touch the area, it becomes very hot to touch. And ladies and gentlemen, that's an indication that inflammation is really taking place. Now, you want to realize that excessive inflammation, though, can lead to permanent damage to your body's tissues and DNA. And several studies that I have looked at, they have indicated, ladies and gentlemen, that dandelion is essential in preventing and helping with inflammation. I could go on and on talking about the benefits of dandelion. It is crucial, it is vital for optimal health, and it is also a great way to reduce inflammation in your cells treated with dandelion compounds. So individuals who utilize the teas, the tinctures, and utilize it for medicinal purposes can really experience benefit. Research is shown, we talk about how it aids blood sugar. There is what you call, two words that I want to bring to your attention, chicoric, and there is chlorogenic acid. So chicoric and chlorogenic acid, ladies and gentlemen, you may not have heard of these, but they are two what we call bioactive compounds in dandelion. Chicoric and chlorogenic acid rather, are two bioactive compounds found in your dandelion. And they are found in all parts of the plant, and they help to reduce blood sugar. So ladies and gentlemen, when research was done, they did animal studies. It showed that these compounds, they can improve what we call insulin secretion from your pancreas, and they can simultaneously improve the absorption of glucose or sugar into your muscle tissue. And so it is vital. You can utilize, we have utilized with great blessing and benefit dandelion in a regimen for diabetes. Now, I want you to realize that this process really leads to improve, of course, insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar levels. So it's very important for individuals who are dealing with that situation. Now, I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had more time. Of course, dandelion helps to reduce cholesterol. Dandelion also may, based on the research, help to lower your blood pressure. Very, very important. Many individuals are struggling with blood pressure, and there is supporting evidence for that. Dandelion contains potassium, as I expressed earlier, and it is a mineral that is associated with the lowered blood pressure in many individuals with previously elevated levels. And dandelion is very, very helpful in an indirect way on blood pressure due to the potassium content. Another big thing with dandelion, it promotes a healthy overall well-being of your liver. Studies have really shown, ladies and gentlemen, that there is significant protection of your liver. Let me read a quick quotation from one study that I found. One study revealed significant protection of the liver tissue in mice exposed to the toxic levels of acetaminophen, rather, which is your Tylenol. I'm having a tongue tie there. So many individuals who have been impacted by Tylenol, you know, all the medications you take, they hit your liver real hard, and Tylenol is one such. Very powerful drug, many benefits individuals have declared, but Tylenol really has in acetaminophen, which really comes down hard on your liver. And what they have found in this research is that mice who were given and human subjects who were given dandelion, it really helps to protect the liver. If you have to take medications with acetaminophen or Tylenol compound, you will realize that this dandelion will really help to promote and protect the health and well-being of your liver. The other thing too, dandelion extracts really help to reduce the levels of excess fat that is stored in the liver, and it protects against oxidative stress, as we talked about later. You're struggling with weight loss, I suggest dandelion. We're talking about individuals who are dealing with things such as cancer. Very, very helpful. We have utilized that in individuals who are dealing with cancerous cells in many different organs and system. One research, let me give that to you, it reveals significantly reduced growth of cancerous cells that were treated with dandelion leaf extract. However, extract from the dandelion flower or root did not lead to the same results. So the cancerous cells, they were really impacted by the leaf. So boiling, utilizing, drying, utilizing the leaf can be of great benefit. We also saw too that in one research, it dramatically reduced the number of cancer cells within the liver and the colon and the pancreas. And so we want to utilize your dandelion for optimal health and also to fight against cancer. It also helps to support healthy digestion and to treat constipation. Many of you can't go. Here is a good suggestion for you. It boosts your immune system. We talked about that earlier. It helps to even improve your relationship, ladies and gentlemen, overall, because when you are in good health, when you are in a good frame of mind, you will develop a healthier friendship and relationship with all those around you. So one of the good foods for your optimal health and well-being and loving your liver, dandelion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about your ginger. Now, I want you to know, you know the benefits and the blessings of ginger, ladies and gentlemen. Ginger contains 8 liver protecting compounds. Did you know that? We also want you, I wish I had time, we're going to break this down. We want you to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a powerful benefit in turmeric. Turmeric, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very healing towards the liver. And there are many individuals who are utilizing turmeric for many other ailments, but I want you to know that turmeric is exceptional for your liver. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the natural table turmeric is good. You use it, natural, organic turmeric. But when we are talking about utilizing turmeric for medicinal purposes, you have different grades of turmeric. I don't know if you know that, but I'm so glad you're on the 777 prayer conference where we can teach you about the different kinds and types of turmeric. Your regular turmeric that you buy in the store is very good. It has very potent chemicals and compounds that can be of great benefit to your health. But we also want you to know that when we are working with individuals who are dealing with conditions, that we utilize this turmeric, we utilize the more medicinal grade. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, there is a process that takes place in the production of turmeric. There's different level of potency that's engaged in that. So that's something to also bear in mind. But just overall, including turmeric in a natural organic state in your diet, ladies and gentlemen, will prove helpful in dealing with liver related conditions. You know this natural herb here, rosemary. Rosemary is phenomenal, excellent for the health and well-being of your liver. Rosemary is like a kickstarter, ladies and gentlemen. What do you mean, Pastor? Rosemary really helps to stimulate the liver. So if you have a very sluggish liver, you will find out that rosemary is beneficial to help in the stimulation of your liver. We also want you to realize the benefit also of milk thistle. Now, milk thistle contains a substance that is called celandine. Celandine, ladies and gentlemen, and silymarin, 2 very potent substances in milk thistle. Celandine, and you spell that C-E-L-A-N-D-I-N-E, and silymarin, S-I-L-Y-M-A-R-I-N. Silymarin and celandine, ladies and gentlemen, they are found, or they are extract from milk thistle. So there are some products that you will see that you will see celandine and silymarin. They have really extracted these from milk thistle. You know why? They help with the overall liver function. So when you do a liver function test and we realize that your liver is not functioning at optimal capacity, they will give you a drug or something of that sort with these substances in there. Now, we would encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, it's found in milk thistle. Milk thistle has those benefits, those substances, and it can be really exceptionally well on helping your liver to maintain good health, if you please. You women who are pregnant, FYI, should not use milk thistle. You know that. I'm glad you're here so we can educate you, ladies and gentlemen, that milk thistle can have adverse effect during pregnancy. So we want to encourage women who are pregnant, you cannot utilize milk thistle. And of course, anything you're going to do will be dependent on your doctor's suggestion. So you want to avoid, ladies and gentlemen, nicotine and alcohol and caffeine and all animal products and their byproducts. You want to avoid a high salt diet. You want to also avoid drinking soft drinks. I hope people aren't drinking sodas and soft drink anymore, but I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to avoid these if you're going to have optimal health for your overall body, but also to prevent problems with your liver. We're talking about your teas, your black tea, your white tea, your chai tea, your Lipton iced tea. All of these teas, ladies and gentlemen, your coffee, your nicotine, all of these things will damage your liver and will destroy your overall health. Constipating food, white flour, anything white is going to constipate you after a while. And when that happens, it creates a backup in your system. A lot of individuals are walking around with huge stomach. It's nothing more than that colon has not been flushed in decades, ladies and gentlemen. It's in bad shape. And so we want to get that colon cleaned out and in optimal shape. Ladies and gentlemen, you need regular BM, regular bowel movement. It is really vital to an optimal health. Do not overdo your vitamin A, and it's better, ladies and gentlemen, to get your vitamins from their natural sources. We do not encourage a lot of medicines. We believe that your food should be your medicine. It should be your healing, and God has placed it there for your optimal health. So if you're sick with your liver, you need to eliminate fish, ladies and gentlemen, from your diet. You also need to avoid cod liver oil. Yes, I know you grew up taking cod liver oil and all those things, and you were told that it is all good and fine. But I want you to know that cod liver oil, ladies and gentlemen, is not healthy for the liver. You want to really avoid meats. All those meats that you're eating, they're harmful to the liver. And anyone that is taking over 50,000 international units of vitamin A, ladies and gentlemen, for over a year should really reduce your intake or switch to a natural source of vitamin A rather, which you can find, of course, in your carrots, because your carrots has beta carotene and they have vitamin A there, which is really safe. Milk, pastries, you're talking about stimulants, white rice, white flour, black pepper, white pepper, chili pepper, all these fried or fatty foods you need to eliminate. So before I go this morning, let me see how I'm doing with time. Okay, good. So I have 10 minutes to go. Perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you the liver flush. Now, it is good if you're having problems with your liver to utilize a simple natural liver flush. Now, what do I mean by a liver flush? Is something that really helps to clean out the liver naturally. The liver really, as you know, it filters blood and it really excretes most of the waste from your body through bile. Yes, right, student, which really sends it into your gallbladder. Good, students. So when some oil or fat or is in your meal, ladies and gentlemen, the presence of it really signals, if you please, it signals the gallbladder basically to contract and to squeeze out some bile, which helps to really emulsify or helps to prepare those oils and fats, ladies and gentlemen, to properly be absorbed by your body. That is 101 in terms of the process of how that gallbladder functions. Now, a liver flush really, helps to with much of this bile, because you have excess bile buildup, and this is flushed out of the gallbladder, keeping it in tip-top shape. And ladies and gentlemen, there is the possibility that in that process there might be what you call gallstones. Many individuals may have gallstones in that bladder. So phase one of the liver flush, which I'm going to share this morning, is really to melt down those stones. if there are gallstones there, if they're developing, if they are at the germane stage, you want to utilize this flush to help to soften and to dissolve them and to help to get them out of the system so you can be in tip-top shape. And in the concluding phase of the flush, ladies and gentlemen, the bile and the stools, they are really jolted out of the gallbladder into the small intestines. That's where you want them, because they come right out of the system after that. Now, one of the things I want you to note this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is that I will not be able to give the complete protocol this morning, but I'm going to start. And I hope it proves beneficial for you. Now, there are several ways, as you will discover, that this can be done. So let's talk about how to do it. So method one, protocol one, as we would call it, is that this method is really used for the purpose of flushing gallstones after first softening them. It's a 3-day pattern for effectively flushing those gallstones. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that the process and everything that we share here, you should not incorporate without first consulting your physician. Now, we encourage an individual to go on a liver flush by really drinking organic apple juice alone for 3 days. If you can juice your own apples, you have an excellent juicer, you get your organic apples, you juice them, that's fine. There are some products out there that are really good. They have sought to do a good job in making organic apple juice, but you need to have an abundance. That will be like your water, if you please, an abundance of apple juice. You flush the system by drinking that organic apple juice alone for 3 days. Now, on the 3rd day, ladies and gentlemen, the juice you drank is really followed by drinking a cup of organic cold pressed olive oil. Now, you know organic cold pressed olive oil, you can get that in your health food store, and it's really, really, really great for optimal health and healing. So you use that organic apple juice for 3 days. Then this is followed by drinking 1 cup of organic cold pressed or olive oil. And then you also use a cup of organic lemon juice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. It is going to move your system. It's going to move your system, so you want to ensure you are home or you are near home where you can really take care of that. Now, it's going to go through and it's going to clean your system thoroughly, and it's going to flush that liver and get rid of those gallstones and really soften them up and really flush them clean out, that gallbladder, etc. Method two, ladies and gentlemen, is really used to cleanse the liver and gallbladder rather than eliminating stones. So in method 2, you're just thinking you don't have stones, you don't know that you have stones, or the case may be, or you have been given a clean bill of health. You don't have gallstones and and problems. So you're not in the process of eliminating stones. Method 2, ladies and gentlemen, to cleanse the liver and the gallbladder, you drink as much pure apple juice as possible for 5 days. And it will go through, and because of the natural compounds found in your apple juice, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be very healing and very therapeutic on your liver. It's going to go through and it's going to flush that liver and that gallbladder. And then you can add pear juice occasionally. Some individuals, what they do, they alternate. We have done that also. And you can also alternate with beet juice or pear juice, depending on what you have. Beet is excellent for the liver. It's very good on cleansing the liver. And hey, just a thumbs up. Don't be fearful if after eating meat and you go to the bathroom to pee and it is red. It's all right. You're not sick. It is just the body getting rid of that excess meat, and it's red. The first time that happened to me, ladies and gentlemen, I almost flipped. Many years ago, I did not realize that it's okay. So don't get scared and say, oh, I'm dying. It's the beet, because the beet is so rich and so healing towards your system. The other key thing that I want you to do, method 3, which is where I am going to pause today, and we are going to talk more about method 3 when we get back in our next session. So I want you to note the benefits of this liver flush. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as we often say here on the 777 prayer conference, health for me, health for you, health for all mankind. I want you to know that when we come back in our next session, next week, Tuesday morning, we want you to invite as many of your friends. Now we have no excuse. They say through Zoom, you can get people from all walks of life, and all they need to do is to have internet. They can connect and they can be a part of this powerful session. So we want you to invite all your friends. I see a good chunk of you are in this morning, and I'm thankful for your presence. I hope the information proved helpful. We want you also, ladies and gentlemen, to realize that your health is a priority. And I hope by God's grace, we are all doing our best to take the very best care of our health. And right now I am going to invite 2 individuals to pray us out as we prepare to separate one from another this blessed Tuesday morning. Who will lead us into prayer?